Good morning. It's Coffee Tuesday. How you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Nothing to complain about. Well, I could, but what good would that do? Good. Today I thought we'd talk about blocks, not cement blocks, not city blocks. I got something in my throat. I thought we would talk about the blocks that we hold within ourselves that keep us from moving forward, that keep us stuck. And those blocks can come in many disguises. Many disguises. It could be sadness. It could be, I've got notes, it could be being afraid to move forward. It could be anxiety caused by many, many different reasons. PTSD, CPTSD, which is childhood post traumatic syndrome. It could be loss of a pet, loss of loved ones. That's anxiety. There's a lot of depression there, a lot of sadness, and sometimes it sticks with us, possibly for longer than we want it to, or longer than it should, and that it would be considered a block because you want to move forward. If you want to move forward and you can't, then it's a block. I know my hands look like shit, don't they? I'm not old, just my skin. Bruise is really, really, really easy. We could have blocks in regards to money. Money doesn't grow on trees. You got to work extremely hard for money. Things like that are in our noggins that have been there for a long time, embedded by others, sometimes cause us to have a block. Sickness, that can cause a block if you were sick for a long period of time and finally got over it, but you just can't move forward. That would be a block. Relationships can be a block. It could be romantic relationships. It could be sibling or family relationships. Could be friends. Could be just somebody you hardly even know, but they said something or did something and it kind of gut punches you and you feel like shit and you want to get past it, but you can't get past it. You don't know how to get past it. That's a block. So, do you have any blocks? I have had blocks more than a couple of times, actually. Sometimes we just work through them in our mind. Sometimes we work through them with our mind and our spirit. Sometimes we do rituals, if that's what you want to call them. Sorry, I don't know what this is. I'm going to try water instead of coffee. I don't know what that is. Okay, maybe we're better now, I hope. Sometimes we do rituals or ceremonies or I don't know what else we might call them. I guess that's good enough. That might trigger us into removing that block. So I'm going to give you some ideas. Almost all of my ideas here come with writing. You write down the block, you pour salt in a circle, counterclockwise and then clockwise, and leave it there for 24 hours. It's worth a shot, right? Another one, write down on a piece of paper what the block is, what it is you think is stopping you from going forward. Bury the paper at sunset, facing down in a jar or in a bowl. Throw dirt over it. Leave it under the sink for 7 days, and then discard it. Some of these are real out there. Here's another one. Write down the block, light a candle and say, I release this block now, and then burn the paper. I have done that. Here's another one. Write down the block, carry it to the water, whether it's the ocean or lake or whatever, a river, whatever. Submerge and say, I release this block and let go of the piece of paper. Might work, might help. It might trigger something. I don't think the ceremony or whatever it is you want to call it, the ritual, I don't think it's the ritual itself. I think it triggers something within us when we feel like we can actually release something in some sort of a physical way, something that you can see, touch, feel, and smell. Another one is cleaning up your house and declutter. Donate items you don't need. These items can help remove blocks. I firmly 100% believe that the things we have hold our energy. It's like our energy seeps into everything. So if you have a lot of everything, a lot of stuff, and especially if you've had it, either you yourself have had that item when you're in a negative place, or if the person that gave it to you had that item and was in a negative place, that can, I believe, can actually affect the atmosphere of your dwelling. And I have reasons that I believe that. So sometimes we just need to declutter, get rid of stuff. Another one that many of us do is sage. We smudge with sage. When I smudge, and I do it often, I smudge and I have a little prayer that I say. Actually, part of that is a command that anything negative, dark, or ugly has to leave my premises and it can't be here. It has to go somewhere else. And that seems to really help. There's lots of other ways to. Those are things that you can do and you can do at home. Of course, there's Reiki. Reiki will help to align your chakras and get you kind of straightened out again. EFT, emotional freedom technique, kind of helps to cut the cords of some of those emotions, bring you back to a place of kind of level again. And NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, that helps a lot because we can rewrite some things. So there are ways to do that. What I want to do is encourage you to not let those blocks live within you and stay within you. I'm sure there's things that you want to do. Things, maybe it's a bucket list. Maybe it's just, I really want to go do this, or I want to talk to this person, or I want to buy this thing, or, whatever. We've all got things that we would like to accomplish. Stop. It's my dog. We've all got things that we would like to accomplish. Sometimes we don't accomplish it because we have those blocks. So I'm going to cut this short, and I want to give you those ideas, things that you can do at home. And of course, if you would like to come and see me, I'm more than willing to do that. And it's been super having you talk to me, or talk to you, and you listen to me. And I hope and I pray that you are doing well and have a rest of the week that is absolutely amazing. I hope something really good happens to you today. I'll talk to you again.